I hope you've been doing well. This is my learning activity presentation for cultural heritage. I decided to do a PowerPoint rather than a poster board just because I thought it would be easier to follow and view since we're doing the online format. This screencasting that I use only allows a 5-minute video, so I'm going to try and get through this at a good pace. So to begin, what is cultural heritage? It is an expression of the ways of living developed by a community and passed on through generations. Examples may include art, values, places, objects, traditions, certain customs, such as like bowing in Asian cultures. We don't really do that over here. It's a part of their cultural heritage. Here's an example of some cultures in our own community. On the left here, I have pictured the Marian Days Festival that takes place in Carthage every year. It's a Vietnamese festival. We have many Asian cultures in our community, such as Thailand, or we also have African American cultures, Native American cultures, Micronesian cultures, and many South American cultures as well. On this next slide, I have a link to a read aloud for This Is How We Do It by Matt Lamothe. This is a great book that compares daily lives of children in various countries. I think there's 8 different children and families mentioned in different countries. My first learning activity is titled My Cultural Heritage Plate. It is a good activity to teach students about the food pyramid and different types of foods that are eaten in various cultures. I would also mention with this that this is the American food pyramid, and many cultures don't follow this food pyramid, and I don't know that the standard American diet looks like this food pyramid, but it's just an outline of what an American diet should look like. But many cultures like don't eat meat or don't eat as many grains as others, so just take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But this is a pyramid I created with some examples of cultural foods. So they have the Puerto Rican rice and beans, German pretzel dough, Native American succotash, some Asian culture like mochi ice cream and sashimi, different foods that fit into the levels of the food pyramid. The second learning activity is called Bean Mosaics. Mosaics are used in Greek and Roman cultures historically as a form of art. And so I thought it would be cool to do an activity with students where they are able to tactilely create a mosaic using beans or beads or rice. If you can't find like various colored items or the kinds of colors you want, because a lot of beans are like neutral colors, you could always get just white beans and kind of soak them in a food coloring solution, or do the same thing with rice or something like that. The third learning activity is called My Heritage. It is a family tree style activity. It helps students track their cultural heritage and ask questions of their family members that help them figure out where their family's from or where other members of their family might live that they're not aware of. I do have a note here that foster students or students who are adopted and may not know about their family history can just interview a caregiver or an adult that they know about historical events that have happened in their lives and get an idea of just kind of the events that can take place over a lifetime. For my fourth learning activity, it's called KWL Pen Pal. So it's kind of a partner activity. Students will randomly select one of 2 countries. They will write a letter to a person from that country. They will say like what they know about the country, what they wonder about the country, and then they will exchange it with a classmate who has the opposite country. And then they will do research, whether on lap books or in textbooks about that country, and be able to answer the questions and write back with answers, and sort of like a real pen pal activity. Here are my standards that I used for the different learning activities. So I guess that is it. I hope that you found all these activities interesting. I certainly did. I did a lot of research and learned very much from completing it. So thank you for a great semester. I hope I get an opportunity to learn from you in a future course.